Hello everyone, my name is Payal Jindal. I am team associate with Complear Infosystem. Today we are going to learn about API and its working, types of API protocols, RESTful API and its implementation. So guys, let's start it with API. So what is an API? API is the acronym for Application Programming Interface. Okay, it is a set of protocols or you can say rules which will allows two applications to talk with each other. Okay, every time you are using apps like Facebook, instant messages, or whether on your phone, you are using an API. Fine. Then API and its working. How API works? First of all, client application like either Facebook or you can say WhatsApp will send a request to the internet. Then API comes into the role and you take up your request and send to the web server. Okay. After that, after fetching the appropriate information, it will again response back to the client application. This is how API is working back and fro. Fine. Why we need APIs? Improved collaboration. Let us take an example. Suppose I have to like book some of the flights. Like I want to book Indigo flight, and suppose you can take an example like Indigo is like selling their seats on different platforms like on Amazon, Phone Pay. Suppose one of the seat number 123 is going to be booked by Amazon. Okay, but another software doesn't have that knowledge that seat number 123 is going to be booked by Amazon. Okay, then there may be a chance that your another application will book the same seat 123. So that's why we need API, so that our collaboration will get improved, so that again the same seat will not be booked by another application. Okay, then there is data monetization. After that, we have added security. In APIs, we have restricted security. Like there, we have added a TLS service. So here I have a REST API model, okay, in which mobile or desktop client application will send your request to the internet over to the server to get the data in the JSON format. Okay, a REST API is basically working on CRUD operation. CRUD means C means create, read, update and delete. For create it will use post request. Okay, for read it will use get request. For update it will use put request, and for delete it will use delete request. Okay, here we have put or patch. What is the difference between put and patch? So suppose if you are going to update something using put, then you have to pass each and every information, okay, while updating anything. Okay, suppose like you are going to update city, or you can say address or of some of the person, then you have to send its ID, name, age, address, city, location, everything. But if you are like using patch request, then just you have to pass over the person ID and the information you want to update using patch. Okay, get is basically used to retrieve data from the server. Post is used to create some information over to the server. Okay, put is used to update the existing information to the server. Okay, delete is used to delete the existing information which is not likely to retain, so that we are going to delete that information. Okay, so this is the RESTful API model. I'm going to showcase some basic example using Postman. Okay, so for RESTful API, we have some structures to follow. First of all, we must have the URL. So this is my URL. Then we have the endpoint. This is the endpoint. Okay. Basically, mostly RESTful API services works with private keys. Okay, there you have to provide the authorization details. In authorization, you have a type API key, basic oath. So there can be a different type of oaths. Okay, you have to provide, as this is a sample API I have taken from the internet, so there is no need to authorize the services. So this is my URL, restapi.adequateshop.com. This is maintaining tourist record. Okay, so suppose you want to retrieve all tourist information, then you don't have to provide the ID of the tourist. As I'm going to retrieve the information from for all the tourists, so I'm using get request and click on the tag send. You will get all tourist information over here. Okay, tourist name, tourist email, tourist ID. Suppose I want information just for this tourist. Then I will pass the ID of the tourist. So this will provide you like if it is 200, okay, means like your result is fine. And suppose this is my tourist Mike, tourist location, created date, and I want to update the location of this tourist. I'm simply going to copy this JSON file. You have to paste your JSON here. I'm going to update, suppose I'm providing instead of London, I'm providing England. Okay. And as we have to update, so we are going to use the put command. Okay. Send it. Again, check whether it's got updated or not. As you can see, before that, the tourist location is London. Now it is England, right? Now I'm going to delete this tourist. I'm going to use delete command, delete this. If I'm trying to find the get using get request and try to send it, so you can see I got an error 404 not found because we already deleted this tourist ID 121094. Fine. So let's see how we can suppose I'm changing, as this is I'm passing my file in JSON format, so I have to use. Okay, suppose as my written text is in JSON format, and if I am using test, okay, and if I am trying to send this information, you can see I got an error 415 unsupported media type. Okay, because I have selected text, however my information is in JSON format, so I have to select the appropriate media type. Okay, now click on the test and you can see now there is no error. Okay, as I told with put, you have to provide each and every information during update, whether you are updating single entity. Okay, suppose I am deleting this. Okay, before that it was working fine. Now you can see you got an error has occurred, 500 internal server error. It means your response is not good. Okay, there is some issue with your text, and if now I am trying, then you can see it is working fine. Okay, so this is how you can like pass your APIs to a different application to create, update, and delete. Okay, then what is the features of REST API? Easy to view and read. As you can see, it is very easy to view and read. You can easily by looking this, you can easily tell like this is the tourist name, this is the email, this is the location, and this information created at this time. Hard to misuse. It's really hard to misuse the information. Okay, because it's like is in encrypted format or like restricted by some of the keys. Utilizing JSON as a data format, as Rust APIs is using JSON as a data format. Okay, so JSON is like in object notation, so it's very easy to handle error management. It's easy to manage error because with each and every request it will throw an error. Okay, if it is fine then it will provide 200, otherwise it will provide type of error like 404, 500, internal server error, gateway error, 502 error, 504 error. Okay, accordingly you can see what is the problem with your data. Okay, why you are getting different type of error, so you can control those error. Okay, by using that error message. Okay, because it will provide you the error message. Okay, if it is 200, okay, then an error message you will get 200. Okay, if error message is 500, then in error message with body you will get error message as 500. Okay, enhancing API security. Okay, in this API security is enhanced using TLS. Okay, allow data filtering, sorting, field selection, and paging. Data filtering means suppose you want to get those records which got created on 9th of the April 2022. Okay, then you can filter your data by providing that information that created date is equals to 9th April 2022. Okay, so you will get data for that particular day. Sorting, you can retrieve data either in ascending order or in descending order. Field selection, suppose your JSON contains a lot of fields like name, designation, class, owner, manager, roll number. Suppose you want to just retrieve employee name and its ID, then you can pass just employee ID and its name in your endpoint. Okay, so that you will get the effective information. And then paging, suppose you want to pass your information or want to fetch information in paging is basically like you want to retrieve data in small formats. Like if you want like fetch 10 records first, then 10 records later, then 10 records then you can use paging. Okay, so guys, this is about API and the working of RESTful API. Thank you, see you in next video.